Good morning. Well, in case you forgot, from the Bronx, got a problem with that? We're up to chapter 3. And what is chapter 3 about? Well, the question was, what do you miss most about being a child? I mean, I mean, what the? That's kind of simple. When you're a kid, you got that devil may care, do what you want to do, go where you want to go, just within the neighborhood, of course. And who you going to play with, what game you going to play. That's it. Where you going? Going out. When you coming back? When the street lights go on, I'll come home. That was your life. And I lived in a neighborhood that was very safe and very loving because everybody in that neighborhood had a vowel at the end of their name, which is not a bad thing. And I always felt so, I had family all around me. I mean, no matter where I was, there was family because they all lived practically in the same neighborhood. And having that common vowel at the end of your name had a common that was so common between everyone that they you felt close. And being that most of the people in the neighborhood were Italian, it was very warm to be part of that. Now I'm sure other groups have the same thing, but I'm telling you about me. It's my book, and it's my life. So I'm telling you how I felt. So what changed as you grow up? Well, you no longer had that devil may care. You actually had to make plans. You actually had to say, when they ask you where you going, I'm going to work. When you come home, I don't know. And that's the difference. When you're a kid, you breathe. When you grow with responsibility, your breath becomes a little bit harder to do. There's a certain stiffness. You can't just go, because it's never, there's always something that keeps you, well, that's me anyway. I don't know how you feel about it. So that was the basically difference of being a child and then growing up. You know, when your father carried you on your shoulders, now you're carrying your kids on your shoulders or your grandkids. But is the love gone? Is the feeling of warmth gone? No. You'll always have that because, you know, they talk about passing it on. Well, you're passing it on. What was, when you're brought up in that kind of environment, so special to you, you take that on in the rest of your life. You know what family means. Family. That's everything. I don't care what you say. Family and your beliefs. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps the warmth, the love. That if you could depend on the person that you know, like if you had a problem, you go see your mother. If you had a problem, you go see your grandmother. Well, that's what you're passing on. If they have a problem, they come to you. And remember, there's no boundaries to it. You're always going to support them no matter what. No matter what. That's the important thing. And the feeling that my mother, she gave me that mother talk that she says, no matter what happens, where you are, what happened in your life, you could always come home. You know, that gives you a lot of guts. You're not afraid to take risks. You're not afraid to do things that people say, oh, you did that. You know why? Because you had some place to come home to. Well, that's the environment I'd like to set for my family. there's always a place you could come home to, no matter what you do, no matter what. So that's basically chapter 3. It's a short chapter, but it's an important chapter. Now that I said all that, I want to remind you my question is your question. What what was your childhood like? What do you miss the most uh, uh, being a child? Now your answer might be completely different than mine, but that doesn't make it different, wrong or right. It's your answer. It's your life. So that just thinking about it, I think you're gonna like that. I think it's gonna bring a good feeling to you. Like you'll remember stuff like prior to these questions, I didn't think about this stuff. But the questions that my grandson sent me made me think. And you know what? It was good. I really enjoyed it. It's not easy. One question a week. You think, oh, it's only one question. Well, try and do it. I mean, you can't. The book can't look like an idiot wrote it. And so far, the critics that I gave it to seemed to enjoy it. But one guy said to me, you know, that book was very impressive if it was true. I wrote the book to my kids, my family. I'm writing untruths. It's about them. They know whether it's true or not. What a stupid thing to tell me. It's very impressive if it's true. I says, come on, give me a break, huh? Well, anyway, that's chapter 3. And my daughter Janine is waiting to post it. And I hope you tell other people to look at it, the Daily Pop. And I think we'll grow to some kind of relationship between me and you and your family. And so anyway, see ya.